Okay, we live. Yes, sir. It's Father's Day. It's Super Sunday. It's yours truly. It's Bernie the Boxer. We're going to kick this thing off something like this. Did you miss me? Come on.
It's Bernie the Boxer, blocking the gossip, ready to lock and load. Letting the truth be told. So check out his episodes.
Hitting you with the hard facts.
So who be getting their jaw cracked if you ain't got the knowledge of the sweet signs?
Fall back.
Call they bluff, they quick to scream, pull up, fool. Having goons in the old school.
Parked inside your living room.
Dudes be faking the news
for the sake of reason of views.
Changing narratives with propaganda. Stay tuned. Let's talk boxing. No job, no gossip. You want the facts? Get it first.
From Bernie the Boxer.
The mother podcast trash. They'll never be hotter. Cause for the rules, still been the news for power.
Saying is you're lying to yourself. You gotta eat, sleep, breathe this to understand. You ain't a genuine boxing fan. Not these about doing what? Yeah. Ooh. Just agree to log on. No job, no gossip. From Bernie the Boxer. Yeah. It's Bernie the Boxer. I want to the Bernie the Boxer podcast show about what's going on. Yeah. Let's go, Steve. Appreciate you, baby. Yeah, let that be. Yeah. Yeah, you hear that speed back, man? Okay. Shout out to everybody. Appreciate everybody in the chat. It's yours truly. It's Bernie the Boxer, man. I want to give a super shout out and happy Father's Day to all the fathers. My boy Steve Penn with that wonderful introduction song. Like I say, you can catch that on YouTube. You can catch it on iTunes or whatever it is. It's the Bernie the Boxer theme song by Steve Penn called Boxing Talk. You hear me? Okay, like I say, it's yours truly. It's Bernie the Boxer. Did you miss me? Yeah. All right, so it is what it is, man. We had what I say, Tank hides behind Money Made Blueprint. All right, we had the fights last night. It gave us something to do. Of course, everything went as planned. Was no except for Matias. Yes, we didn't see that coming. But as far as the main event, Tank and David Benavidez, they came through like they were supposed to. Nothing new there. Okay. Shout out to everybody in the chat though, for real. Appreciate everybody again. Like I say, where would I be without the people? I got Via Cash in there. I got Mike Moss in there. I got G-Man here. James Peters and Sean, my guy. I see Red is good in there. Appreciate you, Coach. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Just to start out with a few. Jay Tonic, S.A. the rapper. Okay. Shout out Bernie Boxer South from Africa in the building. You hear me? Like I just told my boy Carlito, from all around. You hear me? Okay. Chris Brooks, appreciate you. Nat in the town, in the city. Okay. All right, so listen, man. I got my notes. I went up. I wanted to come with my notes and try to have everything, in order. And like I say, so I'll start off. I got my title is Tank Davis House Behind the Money Made Blueprint. And I believe that, I say Tank Davis, he will never fight Shakur Stevenson. One, he doesn't need the money. Two, he doesn't care about legacy or greatness. And three, the people are suckers. They will do anything. They don't care. We had an all-time low. Where we letting everything go. You know what I'm saying? We don't stand up for nothing. We don't demand anything. We just take what's given, and that's where we at in this whole situation in life. And like I say, so that's the society we living in, and these folks is gonna take full advantage of it, like Tank. Like I say, I was thinking, a guy like Tank. And the Money Mayweather blueprint, like I say, the Money Mayweather blueprint. It ain't the Pretty Boy blueprint because Mayweather fought anybody. His first shot, his number one first title defense was against Angel Manfredi. Who was the best in the division, and the division wasn't that strong at the time at 130 outside of Mayweather's who did I just say? Angel Manfredi. Okay, yeah, Diego Corrales in there somewhere. You had Fritas coming in later, and you had Joel Casameo later. But when Mayweather was coming up, like I say, it was It was Janelle Hernandez was the reigning champion, Leno champion, and then it was Manfredi, and he took him right off the back. But like I said, fighting everybody and fighting often. These days, guys, they're not doing that, And I was just thinking like Tank, a guy who made more money than a lot of greats combined, a lot of greats combined, 30 million or whatever, even 20 million. That's Joe Louis made 5 million in his career. I'm sure Sugar Ray Robinson made somewhere around there, Henry Armstrong, and these guys fighting often. These guys is Hall of Famers and legends. And I understand the time frame, but I'm just saying you got so much money. And then we talk, these ain't even real. They good fighters. But come on, man. So I was just thinking, like I said, we taking the Mayweather blueprint, the Money Made blueprint. I had a list of his challengers, and I was, we fought Gamboa, and when he fought Gamboa was old and had a hard time stopping him. The Hector Garcia kid was inexperienced. His best opponent had been maybe the guy that he beat before for the interim title, or the guy he beat after the interim, after he beat Chris Colbert. But those was his best fights, and we see how Chris Colbert is a good fighter, but not, I wouldn't say an elite fighter. You had Rolly, who again, was limited in his ability and his IQ. We had Ryan Garcia, who at the same time is limited in his ability, but had speed, had a height and a reach advantage over him, and speed, to match. But again, limited IQ ability, and not really been on a big stage as such as that, so inexperienced. The same thing happened with Frank Martin last night, and I think that was the telling. That was the difference in the fight at the same time. Al Money, appreciate you. I think that was difference in the fight. Tim Bradley said it the same way. This guy hadn't had the steady stream of competition that he needs to build up to this moment to actually maximize his skills. And then again, you getting there with somebody, with a guy like Tank, who what I would say is special. These type of guys don't come around so often. He has something God-given ability in him. Not just his punching power, but in everything, just his aura, and like I say, Frank is just a hardworking guy. He's a blue-collar fighter and, working his way. So I think, like I say, the experience was the all-telling. And I had to think, he fought so scary last night. He fought such a scary fight. And I kept thinking, why take the fight if he was going to be that terrifying? I mean, he did start out pretty good. And I think if he'd have kept up in that mode, I think he could have done a little bit better. But maybe the nerves and everything just got to him, I guess never waiting on the boom, never know when it's going to come, just drove him nuts. He was moving extra fast. Tank was carrying him really fast and, kind of wore him out. James Peter says Martin is a bum. I don't think he's a bum, but I think, like I say, just inexperience, it was just a fight that I wouldn't have took. And I was thinking, again, like I say, I would have took the Shakur fight. Because Shakur is a great boxer and a master technician. But again, the power is just not as Tank Davis kind of power. So, you don't have to be on eggshells as much, and he doesn't have a high work rate at the same time. So, again, without having a high work rate, and Tank doesn't have a high work rate, but he has the power. So you don't never know, again, the pins and needles aspect of fighting a Tank Davis, what he say? Red is good says he got carried too fast for sure. Casuals don't understand what that mental pressure is like. Yeah, and I thought Tank looked terrible. I did not think Tank looked good. I think he felt like he had punked Frank Martin out, and I think that was evident. He was in his head from the beginning. Frank Martin was seem like almost to be mesmerized by Tank Davis. Engaging in every conversation with this guy like they was friends, and almost. Tank taunting him and really embarrassing him, really humiliating him and degrading him at such extent, harassing him and bullying him to a certain extent. And Frank never really stood his ground, in that situation. He never slapped his finger down. He never stepped to him nose to nose. He did everything in his power just to just I guess stay unhinged, to keep himself from going unhinged. He had to show face. He had to make put up a brave front for his family, for his team. But you could see when he got in the ring, he was petrified, and the fight was won from round one. Really after about 2 or 3, the fight was won. But I don't think Tank looked it good at all. I think, maybe he didn't have to. I guess he did what he had to do. He took a lot of punches, a few punches to see he was busted up. But again, Martin didn't have the wherewithal. I think he could have. Definitely when you throw punches, Tank, he ain't punching. He's covering up. Like 9 times out of 10 of a boxer, they're after a certain point. They're gonna cover up until they feel like they're down, like which he did. Then he started to try to punch with them, or try to put on a little bit more pressure. But when Martin was just throwing combinations, he was landing. That's all he had to do was keep the man coming at him with his hands up, keep throwing combinations, and either grab him, take the space, time up. That would have been a combination of 3 things. Like I say, grab him after you're done, take the space, grab him, turn him the same way. Make sure you was extra strong in there, tie him up real tight, and go back to the same thing. Once he started coming after you, the same way, move on him, stop, stand and fight, do the same thing over and over, But Tank, like I say, this guy is phenomenal. If you've seen the knockout, it was beautiful. Boy was scared already, terrified to death, never know how to grab, never know how to hold, never. Oh my God, don't want to use the jab. Like I say, the kid didn't have enough experience. That's just the whole thing about it. And I think Tank, he's playing on that, and he's playing us as boxing fans. But and he went out, and I was talking to Keyshawn. I was talking to they talk like that. Errol Spence, his guy, sometimes just don't say nothing, and it saved you from that. But like I say, they talk big, and when he got in there, he went out like nothing. He was petrified. That's why he got knocked out. He was terrified. When he got hit with the uppercut, Tank faked the hook on him. Damn, was it a roundhouse? Oh my God, was he southpaw? When he knocked him out, was it orthodox? Anyway, he faked the hook. Did you see that? He even hit him, faked it, hit him with the left up, then hit him with the left hook. Oh my God. When he got hit with the up, he thought he was done. He was trying to quit. That's what I say. When he got hit with that good shot, he thought he was going to sink. Tank was going to walk off because he was sinking. Hell no. Tank hit him with that hook and made sure he didn't get up, man. And now he got a highlight reel, man. Didn't know how to grab, hold that man. What are you talking about? And then every single time, why was he so fucking nice, bro? When you had that man head down, push his head down. Hit him in the nuts. Let him know. Get him off his game. I don't know. Frank was so scared. He didn't know how to do nothing back. Like I say, the man wouldn't even get the man finger out his face. So right now, Texas looking real bad, and Derrick James is looking real bad. You understand? They got a dope fiend. He got a doper, and he got 2 bums that he dealing with. Shout out to Derrick James. Like I say, I mean, you got Ryan Garcia on dope. That win is sabotage. You got Frank Martin terrified to death. You got Errol Spence. I mean, just got obliterated and still don't know how to shut up and be humble and just dumb, So Derrick, he ain't looking good right now. All right, what else I had? I like Red. I appreciate what Red said. Let me go back to what Red said. I gotta include the guy in the thing. I gotta include my guy. You understand? Because he got something to say. You hear me? Let me see what Red's commentary was talking about. Appreciate everybody in the chat. I got Chastity Thomas. I got the fans corner in there. I got MM over there. I got Jordan C in there. All right. They ain't going to let me go up. I can't find Red. Where's Red is good. I got the comments flooding in. Appreciate everybody in the comments. Okay. What my boy Red at? What'd he say? Modern King. Red is good. He says Frank was too heavy on his front foot too. No rhythm, relying on the reflex. It was a matter of time. Great assessment, Red. Great assessment of Red. Great assessment. What'd he say again? What'd he say? Coach, what'd he say? Frank was too heavy. Frank was too heavy on his front foot too. No rhythm, relying on his rhythm. Exactly. You ain't right. Dead in the water. Petrified. Scared to really get some rhythm. Scared to death. Scared to death, bro. Scared to death. Scared to death. What's that? I don't know what that is. No. No, 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 no. Kenny Slim, what'd he say? Let me see what Kenny Slim had to say. Tank looked pretty good, and I like how he pressed Buddy out, but people are acting like he's an all-time great after beating Frank Martin. Frank probably lost his last fight to the guy nobody never heard of. Yeah, Tank is a good fighter. I won't. I think he a good fighter, but we need to see him against somebody that can handle that pressure. We need him somebody that can. That's what we need out of Tank. I was also thinking. Again with the advent, they use Santa Cruz in much in the way that Earl Spence used Mikey Garcia. Santa Cruz is a popular fighter. The Hispanic fans, the Mexican fans, they're very, very supportive, and they took advantage of that. If they got one of their countrymen against anybody, they're gonna go head first, and not gonna have any resolution about that. And they took advantage of that. Used Santa Cruz to pack the house, and then they use a smaller guy with not a lot of punching power who could hurt you as a highlight reel to make you a box office star, which again is a great business model. They're doing right. But again, like I say, at this point, 30-0, the kid is 30 years old. Again, you got Wilfredo Benitez winning the title at 17. He fighting Sugar Ray Leonard at 20. He's a two-time. He fought Carlos Palomino, you know what I'm saying, in between 17 to 20 to win the world welterweight championship. And if you know Carlos Palomino, so then he defending the title against Sugar Ray Leonard. By the time he was 24, he was a 3-division true lineal world champion, fighting Thomas Hearns, fighting Roberto Duran. You know what I'm saying? This guy was 17 when he won the title. So at 30 years old with 30 fights, come on now. It's something's got to give. Somebody got to step it up. Again, you got Shakur Stevenson up there, is a champion in the division now, 3-division world champion. That's the fight everybody want to see. You got Lomachenko been licking his chops and been waiting to get his hands on Tank Davis, for the better part of 5 years, still looking to fight Tank Davis. And those are the fights we're going to see. I feel like Lomachenko, still a good fighter, great fighter, everything that he's doing, looking spectacular in his last fight against a guy who's a limited skills, but a world-class fighter in George Kambosos, a former undisputed lightweight champion. But again, Lomachenko was considered head above him. And a guy like Tank Davis, they seem to be on par. So these are the fights that we want to see. I don't know if we're ever going to see the fight, but I think it's a good fight. I think it's a 50-50 fight. Actually, I think it's a 60-40 fight. I would favor Lomachenko in the fight. Like I say, I think Lomachenko has the ability to stand in between. I think Tank Davis doesn't throw enough punches. I think he can stand in the fire, step around and move and use his his speed and mobility to gain an edge on Tank. I don't feel like he's going to fall under the pressure of a Tank Davis. I feel like he can move and he's pretty patient, same as a Shakur Stevenson. I feel like a fight with Shakur Stevenson, I feel like, definitely he's going to be defensive minded, but Shakur Stevenson has hand speed too. And they say we haven't seen the best of Tank, but I feel like we have. I feel like we've seen the best of Tank. But I don't think we've seen the best of Shakur Stevenson. I feel like he can do the same thing what a Mayweather did with a Diego Corrales or something of that sort. I think he can stand in the pocket, let his hands go, and I think his defense will carry him through. But again, like a guy with Tank Davis, with that type of power, you just never know when the bomb is gonna come, and if he catch you on that button, it's good night, Irene. But again, these are the fights we want to see. Also, I was thinking, we seen David Benavidez last night, and David Benavidez looked like trash. Benavidez looked like trash. I think Vosic was in great shape. I think he offered a lot of resistance to David Benavidez, and it was a step up. Moving up to a division where the guys are heavier. They coming from they about your size, so he didn't have much of an advantage. He had a 10-year advantage in age. And I think, the youth had a lot to do with that. And he came through with Vosic, which was a good win, but not, like I say, not an impressive win. Was I impressed with David Benavidez? No. I was talking with one of the coaches, and we was wondering why. Well, he said, well, why is he jumping with the leaping left hook? Well, I guess they say he been training with Roy Jones, and it made perfect sense. But Roy always set it up. He didn't just start from nowhere, and it was trash. Benavidez, that shit was trash, bro. That shit was trash. And the other thing that made it trash was the excuses, bro. Come on. You didn't set nothing up. You was throwing one punch at a time. You wasn't looking to break this guy down. You didn't use no kind of nothing. You just went there and fought. So that's just, I think, his shortcomings. Do I think a guy like that beats Canelo? No. No, I don't think he beats Canelo. Is it an intriguing fight? Yes, definitely. But I think he lost a lot of steam after that fight. I think he lost a lot of steam after last night. I know definitely going up against a guy like Bivol or going up against a better Beef or those likes. I still think I think a good fight with maybe a Yardy or any of those other former light heavyweight champions be good test for him. I still think he needs some work to do. But again, believing your press clippings, that's the worst thing. And I believe he and Tank Davis did that. Although I really believe more so himself, I think more so himself, David Benavidez, believing his press clippings. Far as Tank Davis, I think Tank is in a space where he's just, I think he's happy. I believe, like he said, Mayweather was always talking for him, and now he got a chance to really be himself and who he is, and which is, interesting to say the least. He trying to be who he is. I don't know. You see the stuff he been doing, kind of questionable. You know what I'm saying? Kind of questionable. They say, how a guy like that, I don't, you know what I'm saying? So like this, you feel me? I don't know. But anyway, like I say, the kids seem like to be having a good time, but he's benefiting from the fact of, like I say, the casual fan just ready to tune in and buy anything. And he did not disappoint. He knocked the guy out highlight real fashion. So of course everybody going to come again. But when is this guy going to fight? And I don't believe he fights these guys. I don't believe he fights these guys. Well, maybe now. I don't know if he's still dealing with Leonard Ellerbe or he's dealing with Richard Schaefer. I feel like Richard Schaefer come from the Oscar De La Hoya mode. They're just talking and dealing with Oscar De La Hoya. Maybe can find a way to somehow make these fights happen or push for these fights to happen. Dealing with a guy like Oscar De La Hoya, who's a legend, who's a true warrior, who fought everybody. So maybe that can happen. But I feel like under Leonard Ellerbe, if he is, no, they will duck and dodge until it ain't no ducking and dodging no more. You know what I mean? So. But shout out to both of them. You know what I mean? It was a good night of boxing, and I definitely gave us something to do. But now on to the next. So where do we go? Let's get some more questions, man. Appreciate everybody in the chat. Modern King, what'd he say? Modern King says he was leaning on the ropes, southpaw. Why was he? I swear. But that pressure is man. Listen, that pressure is a month. That pressure is a month. But the thing too about it is, again, why would you take that fight if you wasn't full 100% ready? Frank Martin had a good following himself, and riding that Errol Spence wave, I think he could have stretched that fight out about 2-3 more times, or he could have fought a different champion, But I don't know, maybe a more a champion or more winnable fight, But like I say, maybe they over there in PBC in that range and. Never know how they put their foot on your neck and tell you this, nah, nigga, this what you gonna do, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So, like I say, never know what they came to that man and what they told him. And he had to just do that. Like he said, when if I could turn it down, but he turned that Shakur Steve because like they don't mess with Shakur. So of course they was gonna turn that fight down. All right, but Tank, like I say, I know he wish he was taking that fight more. I bet he wish he took that fight now. But I like Frank. I'm not dogging on him like that, but he was scared to death. He did that to himself. And Derek James should have told him, no. He should have known he was terrified. No. You know that man and what he about. You know that man wasn't ready for that. And he wasn't, not only was he wasn't physically ready for that. Not only was he mentally not ready, he wasn't physically ready for that. He wasn't talented enough for a Tank Davis, And I was listening to Shorty Oh, girl from Atlanta doing her thing. I don't know her name, but if you seen her on Instagram, and like she said, she has some good advice. Would it be best to keep turning Tank? He was walking with his hands up, touching like Santa Cruz was. Touching like Santa Cruz was. Never went up the middle. Tank got his hands up. Go up the middle. Off the jab. Oh my God. Off the they southpaw. I don't know. Like I said, you had great hand speed. You had something working. When you stopped work, when you felt the pressure, time up. Time up. Take the space. Y'all didn't work on that? Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Who could have got for a good sparring partner? Who's a hard puncher? Who's a hard puncher? A short hard puncher. I'm trying to think. Maybe Cruz. I probably would have been expensive to get him, but I mean, maybe Cruz, a guy who comes forward like that, throws a lot of punches, who loads up on his punches. That would have probably been a great sparring partner, short in the same sense, but I don't know. It is what it is. We all knew what the hell was going to happen, and Tank did his job. Okay. What'd he say? Jay Tonic, he says Frank was flinching without even. Oh, my God. Martin was food for Tank. What'd he say? Joe Martinez says, yeah, he was. Yeah, he was. Hey, he came out that cage, man. He had to eat, man. Tank came out that cage, man. He had to eat, man. He said, give me somebody, man. Feed me, Seymour. Feed me. They showed up, did too. Throwing to the wolves, man. Throwing to the wolves, man. Throwing to the wolves. All right. So what else is new? Like I say, what else we got coming up? We got Hover 575 says, what's good, Bernie? Appreciate it. Appreciate you, man. G-Man says he hasn't been taught to duck, smother, or clinch. Again, say it again, man. Say it again. They didn't hear you back there. Frank should have got Frank should Antoinette Garrett says Frank should that right can be touched other than that trash. He kept that hand up good. Okay. So what else happened with boxing? Before I get some more chats, okay, we had some upsets up there. Yeah, Sabril Matias getting beat by Liam Perro, who was a contender in 140 pound. I guess, he beat Montana Love, made Montana Love quit. And they said, who? That's the guy. I said, well, Montana Love wasn't worth shit. So, the hype that Matias been bringing and the power that he's been bringing and the tenacity and he's been bringing, I really felt that he was on another level. And maybe he believed his press clippings. Maybe he thought too much of himself. You understand? Thinking Devin Haney didn't want to fight him. Tiafimo didn't want to fight him, and everybody again called me in the boogeyman. He might have believed too much in himself and got outworked by the Perro guy. So shout out to Perro. Then you had Gary Anton Russell, who I'm not a huge fan of, but like I say, the kid ain't bad. The kid ain't bad. He fought a good fight, the best he could fight, and he fought a guy who looked like an old man. Now, Steven told me the man was old. I thought the man was 40 years old. They say the man was 29, but he did look 40. He's a former world champion, gained a WBA title after Josh Taylor was stripped of all the titles. He gained the title, won the title. I don't think he was upgraded to the champion. I believe he won the title, if I read that right on his Wikipedia. But again, 22-0. The couple of guys had a chance to see him up close in camp. And the guy, they told me the guy was a good fighter, and he proved that, eking out a close, hard-fought win over Gary Antoine Russell to win the WBC interim championship. And now he becomes another player, even though he was a 40-pound world champion. Now he's an interim champ, and he's lining himself up for maybe the winner of Devin Haney versus Sandor Martin. Okay, so like I said, you never know what's going to happen in boxing. You hear me? You never know. All right. Modern King says, what you talking about, Bernie? They say Tank the best gladiator on planet Earth. Ian Stevenson says, Shakur beats Tank. Okay. I believe so. That's the mega fight. That's the mega fight. James Peter says Keyshawn Davis can beat Tank. Like I said, I want to give us enough time. Keyshawn Davis only 11 fights. He is a contender. If I looked him up the other day, he's number 8 contender in the Ring Magazine rankings, and that's a very esteemed ranking. A very generous ranking. But Keyshawn has all the talent, all the ability in the world, and I think he has the mental toughness to do that. But let's not rush the kid. You understand? Well, let's not rush him. Red is good says Tank kind of look kind of like Canelo. What you mean by that, Red? Y'all can call in too, 402-686-6529. You can always call in. The hotline is open. Key says Shakur fighting the guy Frank beat Frank Knight's out. Frank knocks out. I don't know. Okay, but yeah, exactly. Yes, Shakur's fighting a guy like that because the kid can't get no fight. That's another thing. It's crazy because I was thinking, a guy like Tank who's afforded, really he got everything. Not only does he have boxing ability, he got the power, he got the muscle behind him, and he has true ability. And he has the opponents lined up to fight him, whether it be for a payday or not. He has all the willing opponents. He has the credibility opponents to fight. He has the marquee opponents to fight, but he chooses to fight them. You got a guy like Shakur Stevenson who has all the talent in the world, who does not have all the marquee names to fight, who don't want to fight him. In the same way as a Bud Crawford, every marquee name, anybody that that you can consider a marquee name turns their head when their name is mentioned. So, I was thinking, like I say, it's a gift and a curse. This kid, it's a gift and a curse. Everybody wants more out of you, and he's not producing. Like I say, this kid, man, come on. He was an underdog against Pedraza, and he came through with flying colors, and ever since then he's been kind of lackluster. Everything's been all hype. You know what I'm saying? He did show tenacity and a boxing ability against Isaac Cruz, but since then he's been real lackluster. He doesn't throw a lot of punches. He seems like to kind of be a lazy fighter. Hasn't looked, spectacular in not one fight, in my opinion. But he got that great equalizer, and you know what I'm saying? He said, "Why bring a knife to a gunfight?" Shout out to Tank Davis. You know what I'm saying? Okay, but yeah. So again, you got a guy like Shakur Stevenson who values his legacy, who wants to take on the biggest challenges, and can't. So it's a gift and a curse. Alan Day says, "Has Martin ever been in a 12-round championship fight?" No. Again, like I'm saying, he didn't need the fight, bro. Keep the hype going, brother. He didn't need the fight. Like I said, if you was gonna fight anybody, it'd have been Shakur. It'd have been Shakur. That would have been the best fight. Because again, like I say, Shakur is a talented boxer. I think he has enough power to keep you honest. But again, he don't got the boom. So that was the most logical fight. Never made that kind of money. I feel like he definitely could have held out for more money. He could have asked for more money. But, I think the powers that be, that's just my opinion, the powers that be told him, hell no. I think Martin would have fought him. You know what I'm saying? Because, if you got never tanked that, like I said, the powers that be knocked on that man door and told him, no, I don't give a fuck what kind of backlash you get. This shit ain't happening. We gonna feed you the motherfucking what's his name? Yeah, we gonna feed you the Tank Davis. That's it. Tank Davis. Okay, JD Blanca, what'd he say? JD Blanca says, now that Tank isn't with Floyd, he's fighting Loma next. I doubt it, man. I truly doubt it. I don't really think this guy really wants to fight nobody, man. I feel like and the nonsense that he pulled, let's see him pull that. That's the ultimate thing I want to see. Is let's see that shit with Shakur. Never will he put his hands in Shakur's face. Never will he talk to that man and taunt that man like that. Never. Shakur ain't going for that. Never. No, it ain't gonna happen, man. It ain't gonna happen. So again, that's a bully. You gotta bully the bully sometime. You feel me? You gotta bully the bully. And I feel like Shakur is that type of guy, just like Crawford's that type of guy. I feel like Keyshawn's that type of guy. And I feel like Tank is really just a bully, almost like Mike Tyson is. If you can stand up and take that punch, which, like I say, he catch you good, take him. Like I say, if you can step on him for the first couple of rounds and last and frustrate him, I definitely think, you get the same effect, but that has yet to be seen. That has yet to be seen. Key, what he say? What he say? What he say? What he say? Yeah, he ain't gonna fight May. He ain't gonna fight that kid though. No, he will do everything in his power to look to not to fight Shakur Stevenson. Which again, like I say, the number one reason we don't care. We still gonna go watch the fight. We still gonna support him no matter what. That's the one thing we gonna support him no matter what. We don't got no nothing. We don't care, and he don't got to. Like I say, he don't care about no legacy. He don't care about being the best. He don't care about that. Okay, modern boxing king says the realest shit ever wrote. Did you miss me, Bernie the boxer? I'm not hating, family. He says, hurry where you at. All right. So what else is new? Okay, well, we got some interesting dates going up. We got next week we got on the 21st, we got Troy the Transformer going up. Solid middleweight contender, 2020 U.S. Olympian, under the BNB banner now, getting better and better, motivated, happy, and firing on all cylinders. A young fighter, say happy fighter is a good fighter, and that's Troy the Transformer. So check him out on ESPN. We also got Cash Flow Diaz of Mayweather fame, also a BNB stablemate now, going up in a bantamweight attraction. 11-0 at the same time. They think they in the same, about Troy about 12-0, 13-0, Cash Flow about the same, so like I say, you catch those guys on the 21st. We got Chisholm Crowd Ruth, Golden Boy signee, former USA team member, signed the top rank at an early age, 17, 5-year pro now, stepping up again June 21st out in, I believe it's Las Vegas. I think you can catch that on wherever Golden Boy, you can catch their fights at. The week after that, we have Lester Martinez going up on Pro Box Show. Pro Box is a growing promotional company putting on noteworthy fights, 50-50 fights, competitive fights with the Pro Box series. So we got Lester Martinez going up from Guatemala, BNB stablemate as well, 168-pound contender, and what should be for maybe the WBA Latino belt. So we coming, you hear me? So we got that fight going up in Maryland on Pro Box. And what else we got after that? A couple weeks after that, okay, we got the businessman Keyshawn Davis going up in a steady climbing that ladder in the lightweight division against a Mexican veteran of 30 fights, 2 losses. I think his last loss was against Steve Laggett, who Teofimo is scheduled to defend his junior welterweight championship against. We also got on that card, which is a heavy night. You understand? We got Night Davis going up in a make 'em break 'em fight against Kevin Johnson of Sparring Wars fame. 16-2 Kevin Johnson. Who only lost to guys like Richard Hitchison, who's a contender in the 140-pound division. And I can't remember the other guy, but it's going to be a hell of a fight. I think it's a highly charged fight. It's an intriguing fight. And I'm looking for Night Davis to put tips on him. You understand, huh? Underestimate him and get embarrassed. That's the Night slogan. You hear me? Shout out to DB3. Okay, and then, on the main card, you got Shakur Stevenson going up against Hiram Atrium, a guy who, like I say, who fought a former world title challenger, Frank Martin, in his last fight. You got Shakur Stevenson defending his world lightweight championship for the second time, or the first time, since winning it in a unanimous decision against Edwin De Los Santos. And, in his hometown of Jersey, stand up. You hear me? So the kid's returning to defend his crown and hopefully make a statement. We can get that Tank Davis in the ring. You hear me? Okay, so check for them dates. Like I say, we got the 21st going up. You got Troy the Transformer, who's, of course, more than meets the eye. You hear me? You got Cash Flow Diaz of Mayweather fame going up on the 21st, ESPN. You got next week, you got Tristan Cal Ruth, you hear me, going up on the 27th. You got Lester Martinez, the hard punching Guatemala giant, going up on the 28th on the Pro Box series. And again, like I say, who else we got? We got the July the 6th, we got the businessman, Night Davis, and Shakur Stevenson. And then, of course, at the last August 3rd, they say the best for last. We got the pound for pound king, Bud Crawford, going up, trying to make history, trying to join the legends, the greats, and some near greats. You understand? Winning the 4th division title. You understand? We're going against Adriel Madrimov, hard punching Uzbekistan fighter. Like I say, man, a guy coming to bring it. You understand? A guy with the we must break you mentality. But of course, when you come to Crawford, you're going to get broke. We see you backpacking. What mama say? Ain't he told him? Send him home, bud. That's exactly what we're going to do. Send him home, bud. And again, we ain't just saying that. A fellow like Crawford, who doesn't believe his press clippings, you understand, who doesn't take opponent lightly, and the fact to lose, they say prepare. What they say, stay ready so you don't got to get ready, or failing to prepare, you prepared to fail. You understand? And that ain't our way, so the kid going all every which way, they got the target on the kid's back, and we can't have that, winning, it's a winning way. We got a winning formula, and we look to keep that going. Shout out to Crawford. You hear me? Okay. August the 3rd. Check it out. It's a stat card. I can't necessarily remember off the top who's all on the card, but it's a stat card out there at it's the new stadium they built. It's a soccer stadium that they built, 25,000 soccer stadium. They didn't gave Crawford. He's the ambassador for Radia season. The Turkey Al Sheikh and the princes over there and all those guys with all that money then gave Crawford and the ambassador role, which who else would be a true OG? You know what I'm saying? 10 years reign as champion, 2-time undisputed, 3-time lineal fighter of the year. What else can I say? So who else? A champion who embraces the youth, who embraces the ones coming up behind them and takes them in, counsels them, guides them, and things like that. It leads the way. Not only is he talking about it, but he's being about it. So ain't that Crawford a wonderful human being? Okay, so who else to be ambassador but Crawford? Say who else to make Radia season in the United States? Who else to debut it but Crawford? Okay. The ticket sales are doing well. The tickets went on sale on Friday. So if you haven't heard or noticed, the tickets they went on sale Friday. The pre-sale went well. They sold out half the arena in just under a day. So, to say that Crawford ain't no draw is hogwash and propaganda and anything, it's a curtain you can hide from. You understand? You can get behind there and hide. Yeah, but the truth, so set you free and the cream always rise to the top. Okay. All right. So let's keep going. Who I got? I'm 42 minutes in. Appreciate everybody in the chat. Like I say, I got Sean up there. Shotty says, Bernie, it's your boy Sean in that 305. Man, you got the best podcast, my boy. That shit. Appreciate ya. Appreciate you. Okay, so do a couple things for me. I need you to like. I need you to subscribe. And I need you to share. That's it. I ain't asking for much. Like I say, I ain't asking for a dime or a dollar or a cent. You understand? I'm asking for 3 things that don't cost you nothing. Like, subscribe, and share. Okay. Key says, spectacular performance by Tank against a guy who came to fight. Tank just a beast. I disagree. I totally disagree. James Peter says, only fight I'm buying and I'm going to is King Bud. Pound for pound, #1 king. Tank fighting only these C+ fighters, a.k.a. good Uber drivers. Great assessment. Jay Tonic, he says, what he say? What the kids say? What he say? Go back up. What he say? He says, I also think they had inside information on Frank Martin about him struggling to make 135 pounds, seeing how Frank looked. He has no business at 2. I don't understand that. Okay, but again, they probably did, and they ran him. Tank looked at spectacular. He's not that tall, but he was in great shape. He came at 133 pounds, well under the limit. And when I think he's definitely motivated. I think he's definitely motivated. Definitely motivated, and I believe all those things. Now it's just that I'm just trying to employ the kid to come step up. Be great. You know what I'm saying? This is your time. You know, don't sit around and wait around. You know, stop being a phony. Now I can say this now. They keep calling him a 5-division world champion, which is nonsense. But last night he became another world champion. I can give him that. The WBA title was vacated by Devin Haney. He was the they did upgrading, but fighting Frank Martin, I call that the championship. I say he was that was for the title right there, and he came through a flying color. So I will give him the benefit of the doubt of being a 2-division world champion. You know, 130 at IBF when he beat Pedraza, and now when he beat Frank Martin. All the other titles was nonsense. WBA titles they had was, if you do your history, you will know they wasn't the true championships, and he got them illegally. You understand? Okay. Alan Day says, I don't really understand why Frank Martin fight happened. Can't tell you if it was a cherry pick or an Al Hammond favor. I'm agreeing in that. I think that's exactly what it was. Alan Day says Shakur is a 3-division unified champ. Say it again. They ain't understanding that. Ain't understanding. And like he said, you know, well, show me the money. Not even the money. I want to fight. Shakur Stevenson, he bring it. You know, he wants to fight. And that's the super fight that everybody want to see. You know, 2 guys in their prime, 2 guys, 2 undefeated guys, and high-level guys. You know, Shakur's he light-skinned, but he tough. He light-skinned, but he tough. You understand? He light-skinned, but he tough. And sometimes you got to call their bluff. The man keeps saying, call my bluff. I went down the list. I couldn't get Frank Martin. He fake signed up. I couldn't get Pitbull Cruz, and you see what type of guy he is. I couldn't get I can't get Brian Garcia. I couldn't get Devin Haney. And Tank running scared. I can't get nobody, you know. So hopefully, you know, we gotta put their feet to the fire. We gotta force these guys. We gotta force these guys. Mark says James Peter says Martin's a bum. Not like I said, I don't believe he's a bum. He's not ready. He's not ready. There's plenty of other guys he could have fought. But like I said, you know, being over there with that side of the street and different things of that nature, you know, you're just as good as dead. You're just as good as dead. You know, you're just as good as dead. Sound like Mike Tyson. You hear me? Jordan C. Frank was just in Keyshawn Davis conversation. Tank was too much of a step up. Yeah, definitely. I agree. So much. Key says one thing about it, they all going to talk about Tank fight. Yeah, exactly. But if you're a true fan, like I say, we need substance over style, family. That's all I'm saying. I believe in Tank Davis. I think he's a good fighter, but like I say, come on now. The bully can't come to the yard and pick on the weakest link. Since when was that shit cool? The bully can't come to the yard and be the weakest link, brother. That just don't go. That just don't fly. And then when you can pick and choose, come on now, fam. Somebody got to hold somebody accountable now. Come on now. This ain't hating now. This ain't hate. Like, again, come on now. This ain't hating. It's got to be truthful. We got to be truthful. Okay, this guy Key, boy, I'm telling you, I see him, man. He's trying to give me a lot of trouble, and he's a Tank lover for sure. He's not gonna hold him to no kind of standard. No kind of standard. I see that now. All right. Okay. Let me see. I got what I say. Joe Martinez says Candy Slim, Tank hasn't fought anyone worth a damn. It was Ryan Garcia, but now he's cheating trash. Put him against Shakur and he loses miserably. Defense corner. MM says Tank has not been an A-level fighter in his career. Smoking mirrors. I agree. Like I say, outside of Pedraza, you know, who was on a whirlwind and looked like the real deal at 130, he hasn't fought anybody. Everything's been cherry picked. Okay. Word 183 says, how you saying all this but making excuses as to why Bud won't fight Booch? Shut up, bro. All these reasons you claim Tank won't fight Shakur is why you said Bud won't fight Booch. Make it make sense. Okay, so you sound stupid, but again, you know, I ain't even going to entertain that, bro. I ain't even going to entertain that, bro. I ain't even going to entertain that. I done already said all that. I'm going to let you have it, man. Happy Father's Day to you, family. Happy Father's Day. Bud petrified of Boots, though. These niggas got jokes. All right. J. Cole says, listening and supporting from Miami. I went to Omaha Central in high school, and it's inspiring to see everything you are doing. Appreciate you. O-Town, stand up. Jay Tyner says, third or fourth round, Martin was bottling up and flinching without. Say it again. Say it again. He felt Tank power. Stag Mills TV says he felt Tank power. He knew he didn't stand a chance. Tank needed to fight Shakur. Exactly. Boss man, I see you. Appreciate you. Pitbull Cruz held his own. Sure did. Kenny Slim said Joe Martinez. Frank Martin is a good, solid fighter, but like Bernie said, he was just too nice and doesn't have the IQ. Tank versus Shakur is a 50-50 fight, in my opinion. I agree. Yeah. That, like I say, that's the fight to be made, and I won't be mad if Tank fights Lomachenko in the interim. I think that'll be for the Ring Magazine title, and I give him a lot of credit if he fight Lomachenko. That's the fight to make. If anything, like I say, what he have on his side is age, a little bit of age, and Lomachenko, like I say, maybe he know how to lose, right now. But it's still a hell of a fight, and I wouldn't be mad. If you look at the ring rankings, they 1 and 2. Go ahead, sign up, do something, be great, have something to stand on. Again, I say, we should have had the fight a long time ago, but again, he maybe wasn't ready. Now he ready. Ain't no other. He's seasoned up, huh? Put him in the frying pan. Put him in the frying pan. Beating a bunch of journeymen. Okay. Amos says, I love to see Tank move up to 47 and fight, but we ain't at 47 no more, so leave us alone. Leave us alone. Leave us alone. We, like I said, we done. We have 54. We a true junior middleweight at this point. We fighting at junior middleweight and possibly super middleweight if Canelo come out of shell and give us the fight. So like I say, everybody that's on Boots ain't said nothing. Boots ain't said nothing. So y'all want to talk some shit like Boots ain't said nothing. They went on it for Avanesian. Now they all linked up over there. All the promoters working together. I guess that's what they say. Why he didn't fight Virgil? If he ready to fight, if he's so ready to step up and fight Bud, as y'all claim, and what he claimed, and he's tired of being in the mid pack and trying to jump to this and say, well, why he didn't make no statement and fight Virgil Ortiz? Why he didn't even step up and say the shit? Call in. Call me. Tell me what is your best reason to why he did not. Okay, his fight got canceled with Crawley, right? He said he's willing to move up to 54 and fight Crawford or Spence and all the rest of them. But why wouldn't he fight little old Virgil Ortiz on a big card with big noticeability, high profile card? Why? Why wouldn't he step in? He's already getting ready for the fight. Just like who was this that said? Or was watching Mayweather versus Justin Juco. This is what he said. He was already getting ready for the fight. So my guy got canceled, or he was gonna fight. Who was gonna fight? Justin Juco. Mayweather was gonna fight former world champ Gregorio Vargas. Yeah, like I say, he wasn't ready. He was gonna fight I forgot who he was gonna fight. The other fellow was gonna fight. Justin Juco was gonna fight somebody. She's already in training camp. They switched it. Say, come on, can you come in and take the fight? Same thing as with what was it, Fendora or whoever it was. They already getting ready for the fight. Why? He's already getting ready for the fight. Tell me why he didn't. Because he don't want to be great. He rather hide behind motherfuckers like you. He rather hide behind the organization. He rather hide behind the hype. Stepping out and stepping up is two different things. They ain't trying to do that shit. Listen, Bud Crawford is the guy that do that shit. Listen, we ain't trying. Where there's a will, there's a way. We want to be undisputed champion at 54. We want to be a 4-division world champion. Okay. We already had the politics on our side, supposedly. We had the WBA with us. We had all this. But what they do? They figure out a way to get around us, right? They get away from us, right? Thank God they split the title. So now we're kicking the dough in with Madrimov. We might have to go up to the IBF champ. And if them suckers get some nuts, then we gonna fight them. We gonna be undisputed again. But do they want that from us? Nah. It ain't Crawford. They don't want Crawford. They trying to do everything they can hold Crawford back. You know that. Come on now. You know how we take some lottie dottie, any fucking body. You feel me? Come on now. Listen, hey, we would have had Errol Spence the next fight after Jeff Horn, but he wanted to do alcohol and party, tear his car up, get hurt, and duck everybody. Sean Porter didn't want to go nowhere. Kell Brook, Keith Thurman. What else can I say? Come on, man. But you know this shit, man. I don't know why you're trying to bother me on a good day like this, but it's always us. It's always us, a nigga, huh? Ain't no Mexicans talking no shit about it. Not talk plenty shit about motherfuckers. And not one Mexican in here talking shit about the kid, huh? It's always niggas. Excuse my language. Candy Slim said, what'd he say? Do it. Do it. 154. That's where we punching the clock at. 154. Candy Slim says, do it. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the share button. Please. Please. I'm asking you nicely. Please. He says, don't speak about Tank when you use the same excuses to justify. Boost don't want to fight. Y'all keep saying Bud don't. Did they send Bud to fight? Did they ask Bud to fight? No. Has he made any move to fight Bud? No. What are you talking about? Not one. If you can, listen, I'm telling you right now, my cash app, Bernie the Boxer, send me your cash app. If you can tell me, if you can prove one move that Boots made to fight with Crawford besides running off at the mouth, I got $1,000 for you. I ain't doing too bad. They paid me good to sweep the floor, mop the floor, to beat the bucket man, everything else they say. They paid me pretty good. I got $1,000. So pull up, show me right now. Show me right now. Pull up the proof that he made any move besides talking to fight Crawford. I got $1,000. It ain't much, but it's something. Let's go. Okay. What'd he say? Miles Austin said, do it, man, like the Godfather. Hit the like button. God damn it. Very underrated Mexican fight. We talking about Carlos Palomino, right? Of course. They don't know this shit. They don't know this. Huh? Even boxers right now, they don't watch boxing. They don't know where to come from with this shit. But Crawford do. You understand? That's why he the ambassador for Radius season. You know, it takes one to know one, you know. And the best ain't hard to spot. That's why Turkey Al-Sheikh put Crawford in charge. All right. Jay, what he say? Frank bends his knees too much. He fights too short. Terrible style. Terrible style. Key, Loma next. Bullshit. I guarantee you won't, since you want to be taken. I guarantee. I bet 1,000 with you. Now we gonna bet that. I bet you 1,000 cash that Tank Davis don't fight Lomachenko next. Tank Davis don't fight Lomachenko next. Tank Davis don't fight Lomachenko. I got you $1,000. Now it's on. I bet you $1,000 he don't fight Lomachenko next. He gonna fight another C-level fighter, guaranteed. Probably one we never heard of, guaranteed. His next fight is gonna be somebody we never heard of, guaranteed. Now you can put that in your pipe and smoke it. Miles also says Salvador Sanchez is one of the greatest of all time, one of the best of all time. Ain't no question. Died way before his time, you know. And when legends die so young, you wonder what could have been. That grows them even more. You know, 23 years old, only one loss, 44-1 when they died, and already had beat Hall of Famers and legends at 23. And these bums is 29 and 30 years old, ain't fighting nobody. Get the fuck out of here. Just like James Toney said, this is the pussy era. This is the pussy era now. These fucking pussies. Everybody running around tucking their fucking tails. Fucking pussies. Doing a lot of fucking talking but doing nothing. Fucking pussies. It's fucking weakest era in fucking boxing. Excuse my language. The weakest era in fucking boxing. 1,000 fucking belts. 1,000 fucking pretenders and fake contenders. Fucking bums. Shit. Everybody. All right. If he knocked Loma out, I'll be happy. Motherfucker, you punk ass nigga. Motherfucker, you don't think he ready? What's yours? You don't think he should be fighting Tank? You bitch ass nigga. You want him to keep fighting bums? You bitch ass nigga. Damn. Fuck. When he gonna fight somebody? Who was Frank? What world champion was Frank? When did Frank fight in a world title fight? When did Frank fight anybody of What former world champion did Frank beat before he got a shot at the title? Usually you always fight a former world champion of some sort. He didn't do that. Come on now. Okay. I'm gonna keep watching. I'm gonna keep watching him acting like a fag. Excuse my language. I'm gonna keep watching with that sissy ass shit, sashaying in the ring. I'm gonna keep watching him wearing purses and shit like that. I'm gonna keep seeing him do that shit. You understand? That's your favorite fighter, wear purses and shit. Who fucking sachets around. Yeah, that's your type of fighter. That's type of guy you is. That's type of guys you like. Niggas that sashay, niggas that prance around, prissy motherfuckers. You understand all that rainbow shit he be doing? Come on now. And like I say, the rainbow shit he doing. All right. Come on now. And I will say it to his face and your face, nigga. Your face too, punk ass nigga. Your face too. Shit. Devin beat Lomo. Hell no. He says when they gonna say too old and too slow. Look, they gonna say Lomo was too old and slow. Shit. Nah, he gonna get credit. Loma look good. They say, what have you done for me lately? Loma look like a monster. Loma been begging for the man. He can't get the man in the ring to save his life. Like I say, what they say last night. Mayweather's say they ain't taking no. You ain't taking no notes. They ain't got no history. They don't love nobody. They ain't respect nobody. You gotta follow the ones after you, before you. Shane called out Bazan. Shane called out the rest of them. Mayweather's called out Stevie Johnson and all the rest of these guys. They said names. These niggas they said nigga name. Niggas start chirping. Niggas start whistling. Come on, step up. You the man. You can make it happen. You the pick and chooser. But what he gonna choose? A third rater. A guy with no. He might fight Chris Colbert next. His fight might be with Chris Colbert next. Swear to Jesus, his fight with Chris. It might be Chris Colbert next. All right. Okay. What do you say? Hold 575, 75, 175 too much for Benavidez? It could be. No, I don't think it's a good. I don't think it's too much for him. But I think he just got to get into his bag. He got to get his skill set up. He got to use his punching ability, his combinations a little bit more. He got to use his IQ. Everybody ain't scared of him. You just can't bulldoze everybody, which that happens. You ain't gonna be able to just push over everybody. Ain't not one fighter in boxing that ever just had a push that everybody was just a pushover. Even like I said, you had a guy like Sugar Ray Robinson fighting a Randy Turpin. You had Willie Pep fighting a guy like Sandy Sattler and vice versa. You had Mike Tyson going up against the likes of a Tony Tucker, who went the distance with him. You just got guys like that. Everybody ain't gonna be no pushover, so you're gonna have to dig deeper and find something in a way to win, and he did do that, but again, like I say, fight. This is the time now. You guys ain't fighting nobody. Been fighting Morrell then. You said he was number one. Y'all 1 and 2. Fighting then. If the champion can't fight you, then fight the number 2 guy. Come on now. Say so, anyway, Benavidez, let's just see, he believe in himself. Let's go, but this is where we at right now. I don't believe Benavidez is, again, we seen him at 175. He had some crushing victories with Caleb Plant and Demetrius Andre, but sometime the buck got to stop somewhere, and it did against Vosdick. I think at 175 he could win, but again, like I say, I ain't super impressed with David Benavidez. Now, if he fighting Canelo Alvarez, yes, because styles make fights and it's a class. But to watch Benavidez on his own, I'm not impressed. Okay, I'm not impressed. Candy Slim says 60-40 Tank over Loma. Come on, Turkey Ala Sheik, Bob Arum, or somebody. Make it happen. You heard him. Make it happen. PM says Benavidez needs to hit the weight room. Joe Martinez says, like Wilfredo Gomez, dynamic puncher at 122, light hitter at 26. Okay, so we got some guys in here that know something. Lala D says, hey, Berner, appreciate you, mama. Lala says, well, it was his first in 75. It wasn't his first fight in 75. He didn't fight over the weight fights, but he fought a durable guy, a former world champion in Volzik, a tremendous amateur, and a former world champion. So, not bad, but not spectacular. D. Lou says he was hitting with clean shots and didn't break him down at all. Yeah, Volzik, to his credit, you know what I mean. He gave up a count and he let the guy give him something. And then the thing about it though, like I say, is, damn, bro, just be cool, my boy. Give him more credit. That's what it was. It wasn't on you. Don't make no excuse because you had a hand up. Just give him more credit. A lot of folks thought you was going to mow him over, but just give him more credit. He was better than you thought. What's wrong with that? Give your credit. Give your opponent some credit. Give your opponent some credit. Okay. All right. So we had an hour in. I see. I got the camaraderie in here. Hover 575 says Bud beats Canelo. That's right. You don't need to be talking about nobody ducking nobody when you just man, fuck you and your mama, you bitch ass nigga, and it's Father's Day. Punk ass nigga. You and your mama, nigga. And your mama. And fuck you. Punk ass nigga. What is Boost did? Call in, bitch ass. Word 183. I'm putting your bitch ass on the spot. Call in. Give me something. Call in, you bitch ass nigga. Fuck you. I bet your woman ain't make you nothing for Father's Day because she know you a punk and she know you like lies and bullshit. And you know you like lies and bullshit. She know you full of shit. That's why she didn't make you shit. I bet you didn't get shit. You ain't get nothing for Father's Day because you ain't no fucking man. You's a pussy. You's a punk who's a lover of fake shit. You understand? You love propaganda. Huh? You rather believe a lie than the truth. Again, Boots is fighting someone that Bud left on the oxygen tank. Say it again. Like I say, he didn't want to. All right. I ain't gonna even resuscitate that man. I'm gonna leave him for dead. Okay. What Dwayne Wise says, Bernie, I respect your knowledge, but disagree with your opinion of Tank. I know how you guys are cool with Shakur, but he has zero chance of hurting and beating Tank. Well, if anybody got a chance, it'll be Shakur. Okay, well, who else is it? Well, if Shakur's so easy, why you ain't trying to fight him? That's the biggest question. If this is the biggest man that can glow you up, that can give you that universal everything that you need, that validation, why you ain't fighting him then? I'm asking you. Now type that shit in. Tell me, give me a valid reason why you ain't fighting him then. Why you ain't fighting him? Because it don't matter how you win, as long as you win, okay? So why you ain't fighting him then? Tell me that. I'm waiting. Tell me that. Okay, can't nobody say shit. Ken Slim says, Dave was trying to look spectacular on a big stage with all the eyes on that card. He does need to learn how to break fighters down and look for openings, but he still outworks and overwhelms Canelo. Shit. I disagree wholeheartedly. Weedy says Sabril was trash. Again, maybe he might have believed his press clippings. Puello is nice, to be fair. Yes, true story. Like I say, former world champion, undefeated, and a young guy. Modern Boxer King says, do it. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe, hit the share. Okay, that's how all them scary black fighters at 135 gonna be on skates the whole. Okay. They said Mayweather was running too. They said Shakur run. Go watch the fight. When did he run? When did he run? Standing in the pocket. Like I say, tying up a guy is not holding excessively. That's stopping the action. That's nullifying the guy. Moving away for a certain second and then step. That's not running. Go. I watched Mayweather at 130. They say he was running. I watched him as Money May. Where did he run? When did he run? I swear. The propaganda is so crazy, and you motherfuckers will say anything, will not form your own opinion. Pull up the video where he's running. Please show me where the man is running. If you can pull that, I got $1,000. If you can prove to me that Money Mayweather was a runner, I got $1,000. If you can prove to me that Shakur Stevens is a runner, I got $1,000. These guys is walking guys down. These guys are stepping to guys. These guys are standing in the pocket. What are you talking about? That's the hating shit. That's the hate. That's the hate. Okay. All right. So listen, man. I didn't say it so much, but before I go, I want to, like I said, want to keep you guys abreast with a couple of dates. Again, like I say, we got Troy Transformer going up next week on ESPN card. We got Cash Flow Diaz going up on the same card at 118 pounds. We got the next week, we got Lester Martinez going up on Pro Box Show. You know, again, they're growing a good following. They putting on competitive fights down there in Plant City, Florida. Shout out to Pro Box. Again, we got Lester Martinez going up in 168-pound fight, maybe for the Latino Championship. Like I say, what else we got? We got the next week, we got then we got Keyshawn Davis going up, the businessman going up July 6th, of course, with Night Davis on the undercard going against Kevin Johnson in a highly anticipated fight of 140-pound prospects, soon to be contenders. We got Shakur Stevenson making the main event, defending his World Lightweight Championship in his hometown. And then, of course, like I say, August 3rd, baby. They say the best for last. You understand? You got Crawford going up against Israel Madrimov in one of the biggest cards of the year. You know, what else can I say? You know, man, you're going to see the best put on for August 3rd, you know, and it ain't taking no slouch. You know, nobody want to fight this guy. Nobody want to fight Madrimov. Nobody want to fight Madrimov. Nobody say Madrimov. Nobody say that. Like I said, you know, when Jeff Horn had the title, I'm just saying an example. You know, everybody licking their chops to get to Jeff Horn. I didn't see it, but that's what they said. You know, Keith Thurman, Errol Spence. You know, they say that. You know, when George Kambosos had the title, everybody licking their chops to get to the title. You know, everybody says it's an easy mark. You hear me? But you got a guy like Crawford get the title, or you got a guy like Madrimov get the title. You know, man, they trying to shuck and jive and duck them guys, you know. But Crawford is a guy that fights anybody but a dead body. And so we're going against Israel Madrimov, you know, hard punching guy, you know, switch hitter, athletic, you know, young and hungry type of guy. Lacks experience, definitely lacks experience, but again, you got to take what you can get. We wanted Fendora TMZ winner. They told us no. They tried to shut us out. They trying to keep us from greatness. They trying to keep us from history. But can my title be take without me being whooped? No, huh? Step up, huh? Punk, step up to get beat down. You hear me? Come on, and we kicking the dough in August 3rd. So make sure you guys tune in. Keep up with the kid. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Appreciate you for supporting the kid. Like I said, you know who it is. You know what it is. It's yours truly. It's Bernie the Boxer. And who else did I miss? I'm always missing something. Fuck. Excuse my language. Who am I missing? Jesus. Something. I can't remember it. I can't. Who am I missing? It's something, man. But if I forgot you, I'm sorry. I apologize. But again, I want to give a super shout out to everybody. Happy Father's to everybody. You know who it is. You know what it is. It's yours truly. It's Bernie the Boxer. And I'm gone. I said, I'm gone. I'm gone.